Hey guys, what's going on? We're talking again about the Shimano Expride Bs, but this time we're talking about our 3 favorite models when it comes to smallmouth fishing. So very lucky I get to live so close to Lake Erie and get to chase those smallmouth. And there's 3 rods in the Expride Bs that have really stuck out to me and have been my go-tos when I'm fishing smallmouth. So for those that aren't a stranger to Expride rods, everyone has heard about the 6'10" medium. It's the best jerkbait rod on the market in my opinion, and that's exactly what I use it for when it comes to smallmouth fishing. So this is the 6'10" medium. It's a casting model. I love it for throwing my jerkbaits. I got a Shimano World Diver here, the World Minnow, any larger profile jerkbaits, this 6'10" is awesome for. Now, sticking in the theme of treble hook baits, I also love the 6'10" when it comes to topwaters. It's got that perfect length where you can work that bait back to the boat, does well with smaller poppers, with walking baits like this Jackal Bonnie 95, a little bit of a smaller bait. And I'm not afraid to run braid or fluorocarbon with this model. It does great with both, and it really does well with those treble hook baits. Now we're entering the fall season, we're getting into those cooler water temps. As soon as that water dips into the 50s, I'll be throwing a jigging spoon on this rod, and I'll up it to a 1/2 or 3/4 ounce tungsten jigging spoon, be fishing vertically over 35-40 feet of water, hunting those big fall smallmouth. So that's the first model. It's a 6'10" medium Expride. Everyone who's heard of Expride has heard of that model. It's extremely hard to find in stores. Now, another staple in my arsenal, and it was a staple in the Expride A series, it's again a staple in the Expride Bs, is the 7-foot light, and this is in the spinning model. So this rod is my go-to drop shot rod on the Great Lakes, but it can do so much more than drop shotting. When it comes to drop shotting, you can throw anywhere from a 3/8, half. That's really the sweet spot for this rod. But most recently, I've been upping it to a 5/8, fishing in some bigger wind, fishing over deeper water, and I really love the way that this rod loads up on the smallmouth when you're setting the hook, when you're fighting the hook. You're using small hooks when you're drop shotting, and this rod keeps them pinned. So pair it up with a Vamford 2500, 3000 size reel, and this rod feels really good in your hands. And if you're a serious smallmouth angler, you should definitely look at picking one of these up. This is the Expride 7-foot light spinning model. So when we did our Expride review, we talked about a couple of the new models that came out, and one that stuck out and has become my favorite. It's always in the boat when I'm smallmouth fishing, but it's also a wicked finesse largemouth rod. So this is the new Expride. It's the 7'2" medium light. It's a little bit longer rod, which we in the past haven't seen with the Exprides that much and many offerings. We've had the 7'2" medium heavy in the past. We have it again in the Expride B, and now we have the new 7'2" medium light. So this rod can do it all. It's an all-around finesse rod. You can fish a heavier drop shot if you're in situations around some cover or in heavier current and need to go up to a heavier weight. It does really well with that. It also does really well with what I have tied on here, a little Nico rig, so a little finesse worm. Overall, great rod, can do many things. This is also a Phenomenal Ned Rig Rod. Can fish an 1/8 of an ounce, quarter, all the way up to 3/8 when you're out in the Great Lakes and you're trying to get that Ned rig down deeper. And in the spring and fall, when those smallmouth are really chewing finesse swim baits, a 2.8, a 3-inch swim bait out deeper with a 3/8 or 1/2 ounce head, this rod will do it as well. So that's it, a quick video, just 3 phenomenal smallmouth rods in the Expride lineup that you shouldn't overlook if you're a serious smallmouth angler. If you're a largemouth guy and need to finesse them too, these rods will do it. So check them out at your local retailers. It's the Shimano Expride Bs, the 6'10" medium bait casting model, the 7-foot light spinning, and the 7'2" medium light spinning.